Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Under the Sun, our random content show where we talk about anything and everything. We decided to mix things up with a random dictionary episode because no one had a clear thing they wanted to talk about, and also it it's just nice to mix things up now and again. So, does anyone have anything they want to talk about before we get into the dictionaries? No.
What's going on with Mars?
Yeah.
Okay, someone's got their. Um, Well, Mars and Neptune are conjunct, which is one of my least favorite transits so far. Um, how have people been feeling?
Edgy?
Edgy? Oh yeah, yeah. I got in trouble at work today, so that was my Mars.
No, not you.
I did. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So I no longer am attached to my job in any way because I may have to leave it.
Oh, are you
Does that
cutting
have to do
cords
with
with your job?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut my psychic cords with my job.
Whoa.
is that what you were asking that question? Has anybody ever gotten fired?
Yes,
Uh,
I
Wait a
love to
second.
ask questions.
We should
I
know
mean-
by now that it's like, wait a minute, what's going on with Andy?
Wasn't it just yesterday you were asking if you could get canceled?
Yeah, isn't that weird? Well, so we started
Wish
talking about
granted?
like how to get canceled or like how to not get canceled, and then it's like today I'm almost getting canceled. So
Mm.
Wish granted.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but Mars Neptune, it's an inflamer. It's an inflamer in a very confusing and amorphous way, and you don't really know how to proceed. Like for me, I'm just like I have to create a whole new vision of my next steps now because of what's happened. So it's like this feverish visioning phase I'm going to go into. So
Do you think that because it's conjunct the Neptune, I mean, that adds like to the like there's no boundaries to it. It's just kind of like, a little hairy.
well, when you say you're edgy, Debbie, what do you feel?
I just feel like, and I'm usually pretty calm and everything, but it's like, I want to like either run a marathon or hit somebody in the face. I mean, and that is so not me.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Well,
I've been getting a lot of text messages like binga 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 binga. I'm like, please stop. You
mm.
know,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I got actually in a little bit of a fight 2 days ago about something that happened in my aura, which is very Mars Neptune. It was like literally a vibe I gave off that I got in trouble for. Like I was really nice on the outside. I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll do that," but my vibe was kind of off about it, and so like I got like addressed for my vibe.
Oh no. Uh,
That's so Mars Neptune.
Did you
Mm.
take care of the thing though?
There was nothing quite wrong. It's hard to explain. It's like someone asked me to do something and my vibe was pretty much like I didn't really want to do the thing, but I said, "Oh yeah, sure," because the nice thing and right thing to do was to say yes to this thing. But my vibe was and so then I got addressed for like, "Are you annoyed with me?" Even though I acted right, I acted correctly, but my vibe was like annoyed. It was very Mars Neptune.
But you did the thing.
I did the thing.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
with attitude.
I mean, look, if I'm gonna do something for someone, they don't get to police how I feel about me doing it if I do it well. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like, are
I
you
also
mad at me?
feel like
Yes. Let
you
me be
didn't
mad at
do
you.
it.
It's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you should do things that you don't want to do. Like, because then it's kind of weird. If you're helping somebody, it's just
But if you're at work,
Yeah.
you have to do
yeah,
it.
if you're at work for sure. I mean, you have
Yeah.
no choice. But I was like thinking of favor, like if someone asks for a favor, I'm like, am I doing this and like, is my heart aligned here, or am I just saying yes because I feel like I have to? Then it's just like bad energy.
Oh, do you only have one heart?
Yeah. What do you
Okay.
mean?
Well, because I to connect with my feelings, I created this whole cast of characters, and so I will sometimes get things where it's like 3/4 of the adventuring party is like, we're doing this. This is a good thing to do, and it aligns with our values. And then there's a last quarter that's like, why though? This is awful. So I feel like I can
Yeah.
overall choose to align with the majority.
Yeah, I was thinking more like I have struggled with people pleasing in the past, and that just
Mm.
led to me hating people when
Yeah,
they did
that
like
do it.
when I was the one putting myself in these positions to
Makes
feel
sense.
compromised. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this case, it was the right thing for me to do to say yes to the thing because the person asking had done this thing for me many times. Like, it just, yeah,
Or,
but
okay, earned.
like, I just don't like plan changes. That's part of my autism is like plan changes really bother me. And it was like a plan change to my evening. And so, like, I overstimmed for a second, you know?
Mhm.
But yeah, I overstim on plan changes.
Hmm.
That makes sense.
So,
The universe is wrong. I'm living in the wrong universe now.
yeah. Well, I have to tear down a bunch of thought pictures and like recreate thought pictures in order to do a different plan.
Exactly.
All right, shall we get out our dictionaries?
My maybe Mars Neptune thing is like indecision about which direction to take. Like I've been needing to go to North Carolina for months now. Not that I have to, but I should, but I don't know why I should, except that I really got to go down there and, you know, make sure everything's okay and take care of some things on property. And I know that if it gets later and later towards the summertime, it will be less and less enjoyable. And I really love it there the most in the wintertime, but I kind of miss that window. And then I got a cat, and now I don't know what to do with the cat when I go down to North Carolina. So I'm like, do I just throw the cat in the car and bring her with me? Because I don't want to ask somebody to house it, or the original agreement was I could give her back to my friends who were the previous cat caretakers, but really it was like not the greatest situation for the cat there, so I don't want to ditch her back, park her back there where there's a dog that kind of terrorizes her. And yeah, so like
How long are you planning on staying? Oh, for a whole week. Okay, yeah. But you know, I used to go away for a couple of days, and I used to just put out a lot of food and water for them, and it was fine. Dog's different. I have a dog. I can't go anyway. She's like, you know, she wants me to be around, you know, or you know, like what am I going to do for any length of time with her because she's neurotic.
yeah, Willow. But the cat, I guess, yeah, right. It's like, yeah, the cat is a cat, and I should just get over it. Like the cat will be fine. Yeah. So and it's that indecision, is that feeling of like,
Yeah.
I know. You know
what's the best choice? What are all my options? Am I just being a wuss that I don't want to like? I have social anxiety about asking someone to house it. Like, oh, it's just like I'm all over the place about it.
But then Aries has the urgency to make a decision too. It's like, what do I do?
I feel like Mars Neptune, like Mars is passionate about making decisive action, and Neptune is very amorphous in its energy. So it is kind of an aimless direction transit. I'm curious to see when Mars passes Neptune, it will immediately sextile Pluto, which will be extremely focused. So, and then it will conjoin Saturn, which is very different. So I'm not sure how that will play out. But
wait, what degree is Mars at right now? It's in Pisces.
Mars is at like 0 Aries, right?
Oh,
and
it's at 0
at 2 Aries.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, that's my report. That's my Mars Neptune report.
All right. Well, let's get through this least favorite transit.
It's your least favorite transit of what? Since when?
Since I don't know, the last time I got yelled at work. I don't know.
All right, right on.
This too shall pass. This too shall pass.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Let's roll the dice.
All right, I'll roll. Ready?
Yeah.
1.
Is that me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna open my book and just randomly put my hand up. Subdue. Okay,
Oh, totally subdued.
so let's talk about the concept of subdue, which is to conquer or bring into subjection, to overpower by superior force or overcome, to bring under cultivation. All right, so what do we think of the concept of subduing a thing?
I think Neptune is subduing Mars right now.
It makes me think of the do sub. It's like do sub, like you make something turn it into subjection. Subdue. That's really weird.
Like do activities, what you're due to do, and you're taking it underneath. You take it's like sub whatever you're dude.
Subdue your anger right now. Subdue your anger.
Yeah.
Subdue-dee-doo.
Okay, what do you guys think of people who are subdued?
I think you're being very subdued right now, Andy.
That's because I'm sad.
You're being subdone.
Yeah. I subdid. I got subdid.
I hate feeling subdued. Like I feel like there's a couple antidepressants that have definitely made me feel too subdued.
Okay.
I like being subdued.
I'm fine with being calm, but to me, subdued is like, I don't know.
It's like it sounds repressionist to me.
Yes, that's a great word.
Sounds like what to you?
Sounds like repressionism.
Oh, repressionism. Yeah.
Being held down or held back. So you can for me, it makes sense to subdue energies or things that aren't conscious. Because anything that's conscious, you have now made an enemy of. And that's quite dangerous. But this is perhaps comes from me playing too many war games where, yeah, you don't, you forcibly take someone's land. They're not loyal. You're going to have to spend forever to keep it, right? So it's like if someone overpowers you, well, are they going to stay overpowered?
Yeah, what's the opposite of subdued?
Expressed. Performative, lively.
In the context,
it really
I was
depends
using
on what you're
rebellious.
subduing. Sorry.
Rebellious can also pop up in a very literal sense.
Because you can subdue many things. You can subdue anger. You can subdue joy. You could subdue frustration.
Wait, is this suppressed? Like, what was the definition again? Can you read it again, please?
To conquer and bring into subjection, to overpower by force, to repress.
Yeah. It's that sub.
Yeah, it seems like the visual image the picture image that I'm getting is like constraining something or putting it in a cage or something, and it's something about like things naturally expand and grow and change, and it's like it's contrary to nature to subdue it. So like Canary's saying, like it's gonna bust out again because it's contrary to nature that something is subdued or repressed or suppressed. You're holding back its energy and turning its kinetic energy into like potential energy.
Which is how dams work.
Which is also the way boiling water works, through pressure. And
like in a pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker, yeah. But some good things come out of that.
Well, so in astrology, like in remediation, a lot of what we do is work on people who are being subdued and then exploding. It's like basically a lot of what heals people from astrological transits is the expulsion of chi. So let's say you have a Mars transit and you're very on edge, like Debbie is, right? Like to suppress that or subdue that will come out in illness physically, or the chi will kind of sit in your body physically, like that's the theoretics behind Mars
It's
instead.
so true. I've been feeling, I feel ill today. I don't feel, I don't feel right. It's like I do feel compressed, you know?
And
It's interesting.
remediation would be diverting that energy or redirecting it rather than encapsulating, than suppressing it, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
like I think some Mars Neptune redirections are like shamanic work, like you were saying, cord clearing and recutting cords and things like that, like cutting things on the spiritual plane, but not subduing yourself. It would be like active visioning, active revisioning.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Like for Jay Z to actually make a bunch of schematics about what to do with the cat and like make like five different vision boards about different options, that would be Mars Neptune in its expressed force. But a subdued nature would be to sit there and like wallow kind of thing.
Yeah. And what I ended up doing was like texting with one friend about it, getting advice, and talking with another couple friends about it on video call, just bouncing off ideas. And that actually made me feel much better than sitting here thinking like I not sitting here, but over the past months I've been like mulling it over, like what to do. Well, maybe month, maybe week, whatever.
Would you guys want to date someone who is subdued?
No.
Well, subdued compared to themselves or subdued compared to, I mean, I guess it's subdued compared to what? Maybe we're comparing to like a
Well, I wouldn't want somebody boring, but subdued is not necessarily boring.
I'm cool with calm or steady, stable. I feel like I'm experienced as overstimulating if you're just a subdued person.
Interesting. So, are you saying you expand to fill the space?
No, I think that like I'm low, I'm high, I get excited, sometimes I'm calm, but I think what I'm experiencing as subdued would be I'm told that that's a lot or just to
Oh,
calm
okay.
down. And when I'm just excited, it's not like when I'm happy, I don't like being told like calm down or I can't be excited about something.
So
that,
if they're subdued, do you think like they're judging you?
No, I think that's why I'm fine with calm or quiet or like someone who's just more chill, but it's more when they're trying to subdue me to match their
Oh yeah.
energy. It's less
Oh,
like, so
yeah.
actually I'm totally fine with that. It's like,
Mhm.
but it starts to feel weird when it's like, hey, could you just calm down, or like that you like me just getting excited about whatever they're talking about is too much. I was like, this
Mhm.
is a lot. This is boring then. Now I feel bored.
Hmm.
Well, my chart has like many manias. It has like three manias a week, and has three squares. And I find that really subdued charts, they think I'm crazy. They're just like, "Oh my god, you're just always like on a roll." And I was like, my chart doesn't really offer depression. It offers three manias, so I'm like a megalomaniac essentially. I mean, that would be what you call it. But like the thing is like I like people who have calm charts, like calm enough to like balance the crazy expression over here, but I like charts that have an extreme, like some aspect of the personality that's hyper not subdued. It's like
Agree.
calm, but they have like a T square or something like that, or something where they pop
There's
also.
some tension. Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, don't they say charts with lots of trines and sextiles are kind of subdued to the point of pathology?
Did they say that?
I don't know who they are.
Next word.
All right. Roll twice.
All right, I'm gonna roll these 5d20s and then we'll add them up.
Ooh,
Okay.
All right.
What are you going to do at the end of the math?
more math.
1, 8, 4, 4, and 8. So that's 25.
7.
So how's that going to help us pick a
Are we
person?
dividing it by 5 or?
Yeah, that is 24. So
No.
No, it was
2 8s,
2
2
8.
4s. That's like 3 8s. So
Yeah,
that's 24.
24.
Plus 12 is 24 plus 1.
25. I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be a much higher number and we could go to that page.
No, but
Well,
you have to pick who's picking the
go
page.
to page 25. Just go to page 25. Like,
All right. But
Oh,
the
you're going by
last time I rolled a
page.
Yeah,
four-sided
yeah.
die.
Well, no, we're just gonna pick a random page.
All right. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna roll a 4-sided die, and then if it'll be 1 plus whatever, because Andy already went 2. So that's you, Debbie.
Okay, so no, I have to go to page 25.
No, you just open and look.
Oh
Okay.
wait, were we supposed to bring a dictionary?
Yeah.
I have a dictionary, but I wrote down ones because the print is so small. So I chose some. Prolificate.
What does that mean?
A person given to wildly extravagant, grossly self-indulgent expenditure. So opposite of subdued.
Oh yeah, this is opposites.
Yeah, profligate.
Profligate. Yes.
Profligate.
Yeah.
A person given to wildly extravagant, grossly self-indulgent expenditure.
Yes. Very similar to the story of the prodigal son.
Oh.
Except prodigal refers to going and returning. But what he did when he was out there was he spent all his money on wine and parties.
Yeah.
You know, Snoop Dogg would have approved, is what I'm getting at.
And I mean, you know, I could say that I can be indulgent expenditure, but I don't think I'm a profligate.
So it's somebody who spends money wildly and like buys bling and stuff.
Well, it can also be an adjective, so you can act. You know, it's a way you can act, but also, yeah, it's a wastrel.
A what?
Sorry, I love old words. A wastrel.
What's a wastrel?
WASTREL. It's someone who wastes money on nonsense items.
I'm going to look up wastrel. I got this huge book. It's like ridiculous. Wastrel. So what can we say? Are you guys profligate?
I know where every cent I've spent in the last year went. So no.
I
know where all my money goes too, but you know.
I'm a bead profligate.
It is wastrel.
They're everywhere. It's like literally
one who dissipates its resources foolishly, self-indulgently. Wow. Okay. A wastrel.
Well, I'm very frugal, but I definitely spend money on development. And like if I'm spending more money than I think I should, then I'm like, oh, I better make some more money. So like I like to make money, spend money. But I'm very frugal. Like if something's not worth how much it costs, I wouldn't buy it. But if it's valuable, especially for development.
Yeah. Well, what was put in there was wasteful and foolish. Right? So development's not wasteful or foolish.
That's true.
That's the promise of what college is supposed to be.
My sister likes to tell a story about when her husband, now husband, asked her out on a date. She was like testing him out. She's like, "Are you a saver or a spender?"
Oh wow.
Yeah, I asked that too on dates.
You did.
What
Are
do
you
you
looking for
prefer?
a saver or a spender?
Hmm?
Are you looking for?
I'm looking for a saver or someone who doesn't think they like who lives within their life. Like, you know, like don't please don't do that. Don't overspend. But I'm a Taurus moon, so I think that's probably one space I do subdue myself and then I'll spend in like a little moment. But then I'm like, no, I gotta start. I gotta save again. So I'm like, I think I in my mind feel like I'm never saving enough. But then I'm like not living, and so then I want to spend. But
I
hate.
get that. I have Libra on my second house. So there's always like this
Okay.
balance.
Yeah. That's I like to do it in big bursts. So I don't, and I also hate spending money on certain things like belts and shoes. And I have no idea why, but I think belts are more expensive than they should be. And so it's hard when I'm like what Andy was saying, I really resonated with of just there's certain things that I'm like, yes, I can spend whatever it costs on this thing or this experience. But then there's other things that I'm like, it could be $5 and it would still feel like too much.
Yeah, there are certain things I wouldn't even spend money on, but then like I I am a handbag and shoe whore. I really am. I just
No one agrees with me on the shoe part, Debbie. So I just find that you said that. They're like, I love shoes. So like,
I have so many shoes. It's ridiculous. I have shoes in every color.
I have exactly one type of like function shoe in each category. I can't.
Wait a minute. There's only like 5 colors though, so that's not that many shoes.
Oh no, 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 because there's different styles too.
What can
I
I
have
do?
your shoe closet.
Oh, I have a whole rack. And then I have some in my closet too. I have a whole
Oh,
rack.
I want to see a video tour of your shoes.
I have shoes in one. I have it
No,
in the guest. I have shoes. I have shoes.
Alexander, do
see,
you want to come in here?
I immediately wanted to take this one step further and be like, I want to see the charts for your shoes. Like
Well,
I
I
got
mean,
these on March 3rd at 6 in the afternoon. It was a buy one get one. So these two have the same chart.
I literally, if I'm in this, department store and there's a shoe section, I'm like, no, 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 no. I can't look at it. I can't look at it.
Hmm.
I won't let it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, can I do? Can I do?
go ahead, Annie.
No, you go.
Well, I was going to say about being profligate. I have my node in Taurus in my second house, and I also I have never had a problem with like having enough resources, but also I've always been like careful with my resources, except when I just give them away to other people because I undervalue them myself.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm.
okay. Can I be really technical about this? So I have Jupiter in the second house, square Venus, and I also have Mars in the second house, square Sun. So I go through different transits about money. Like, so when I have transits of my Venus square Jupiter, I spend wildly on art supplies, basically, because it goes from the second to the fifth house, right? So what I've learned to do is when I have a transit of my Venus square Jupiter, I go, like, for example, I'll go to the gem show and buy a bunch of beads. I get a bunch of beads. Like, I kind of profligate on that transit, knowing that I'm going to use those beads later, kind of thing. But then my Sun Square Mars is extremely technical about finances. Like I have, like a ledger. I'm always like writing everything I spend down in a ledger. So I'm like, I'm very technical about it, but I also have these manias where I need to collect art supplies. And what I've learned is if I don't collect them on those manias, then I don't have the supplies I need later when I'm not in that mania, you know.
Hmm.
So it doesn't sound profligate because, again, it's not wasteful or foolish. It's a specific intentional pattern that you do to keep yourself on track.
Well, and I think so, yes, some people would see it as wasteful and foolish when I'm in those transits of my Venus square Jupiter. Canary, Venus square Jupiter is like a mania of like too much love, joy, or but for me it's like gems and jewels and things like that, right? So it's like it's kind of like Robert Hand in Planets in Transit would say if you have a Jupiter square, which is like too much of a thing, like calm yourself down, be temperate. And I'm more of a mega manifester where use your Jupiter square to like get all the things that when you're in that mode. So it's actually a choice I've made theoretically, but it's come over years of trying different things with it, and you know that is the best choice overall. But to some, it would look profligate.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm more of an impulse buyer, like one dumb thing and then I regret, and that's why I won't spend any more money. Like I bought a silicone, I don't have anymore, but it was a duck lamp lantern that I thought I was going to carry everywhere, but it was a little rubber duck that you could hold by its feet like a lantern, and I thought I would use it in the middle of the night when I needed to go to the bathroom. Did not happen. Bought it and then immediately it was like, what did I do? Like, why did I buy this?
What? Okay, so you don't have it anymore? What'd you do with it?
No, I think I gave it to my friend's 8-year-old
Okay.
Go.
to like be in her room. It was cool, but then once it died and needed to be charged, I was like, what am I doing? It was a dopamine situation going on.
Yeah, I get that. I really get all riled up when I see shoes.
Somebody subdue Debbie about shoes. Like,
So here's an example. I got these silver beads. I bought these for it was at Goodwill, so a lot, you know. But I didn't need silver beads.
So wasteful.
I know, right? I didn't need silver beads at the time, but I was like, I have to get those because like they're cheap and they're at Goodwill. But then I needed them today for this bouquet. I won't tell you who it's for, but like because it goes with the colors of the chart. But it's just like what can seem like profligation at one point can be sensibility over time.
yes.
And more times than not, that there are times when I'm like, I'm not buying that. And then I will obsess for years that, oh my God, I should have gotten that because it was a one of a kind thing. And it's like, oh my God, there was this beautiful lamp I saw that was all handmade. It was gorgeous and everything, and was hanging over. It looked like a big flower or something hanging over. I'm like, oh my God, I would love that.
How many years ago, Debbie?
That was about 5 years ago.
And you're still thinking of
I'm still thinking about It's like, why didn't I take that? Okay.
That's what I often do is when I see something like that, when I see something, I think if I'm still thinking about this tomorrow, I'll come back and get it. I do play that trick on myself.
I do that. I'll take pictures of it and like see if I still want it.
Jay-Z, are you profligate with books?
No. I mean, yeah, I wasn't sure if that's what Alexander meant, but no, I guess because I only get them at thrift stores lately and they only cost a very small amount of money. And I now only buy things that I think I really will read right then. Yeah.
So Canary and I are having a thing right now. Can I talk about it?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what you're going to bring up.
Well, it's about okay. So according to Canary, you said this publicly, so I can say it. I'm his Queen of Swords in his deck.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And I would argue that and he's like, I'm looking for a Queen of Cups, but you're a Queen of Swords kind of thing.
Oh, no. I'm looking to date a Queen of Cups. It's a very different vibe.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm definitely not your Queen of Cups. But I want to make the case that I am a cup. I'm like a 10 cups of coffee. I'm like 10 of cups coffee. But it's because I'm not allowed. Okay, I'm not allowed to hug Canary, so I can't cup on him that way. He doesn't like. I tried to play music. He's like, I don't like public displays of music, so I can't
Not
play
what I said.
music on him. Well, you pretty much anyway. The point is like I believe that I'm a cup, but I'm not allowed to cup with Canary, and so now I'm a sword to Canary. I am a super air chart, so I am a sword, but I'm also cups. So I wanted to know if you guys think of me as a cup or a sword.
No, definitely a sword. That's intellect. It's the intellect. It's, you're the queen of intellect, and you're kind of like the queen of this whole, we're all, intellects who are, sharing our information, and you are the queen here.
Oh, but I feel like I have a lot of cups too.
Yeah, I think you're both. I was like, you're a hybrid. I see the cup part. I also see the sword part.
Sure, but what I was telling you is when you do a drawing, right? Court cards will frequently represent people in your life.
Yeah.
And what I was saying is the Queen of Swords specifically feels like you when it comes out when I do drawings.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like, but I want to be a couple. I'm like, no. This is a very specific vibe that says you're important enough to show up in my deck regularly.
JZ, am I a cup to you or a sword?
Well, this is really interesting because when Debbie was like, "Oh no, you're a sword," I was thinking like, "Oh no, you're a cup." But also, you are so cuspy. Like that's the other thing too. You're like, I'm a Scorpio. I'm like, you're a Libra. Like I think you are just very you and maybe it is like you were saying before, you're different on different transits. So I think you are very like well expressed in seemingly different ways, like in many aspects of life.
For
Interesting.
the record, I think coffee is very wands. So like if you're telling me you're 10 cups of coffee, I'd immediately be like, that's a wands move. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a cup of like kava. Okay, sorry, I just had to bring that up because I just feel like I'm a cup, as well as a sword.
You are.
Not that I'm trying to be your cup. I'm not your cup.
No, I guess that's it. From my perspective, you're my queen of swords. From my perspective too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just because I feel like I got to defend myself. One, hugs for me are very important. So for me, they come after a very close relationship for a long time. It's not something I do at the beginning. So it's not that you're not allowed. It's that we're just not there yet because it's important to me. And as for music, I think music is very important. The thing that I didn't like is I don't go very well in circles where people are sharing a shared feeling or experience. I don't resonate with those. So if you have like public music as a sing-along, I just feel excluded because whatever magic is happening doesn't happen for me. That's a very different thing.
You're excluding that cup though.
I'm saying, yeah, but you're misrepresenting what I'm doing.
Well, I'm just saying that I'm full of those cups, but you won't drink from that cup.
Yeah, well, hey, some of them aren't for me, which would mean why you're not my Queen of Cups. You're my Queen of Swords.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be your queen of cups.
Andy, you're my Queen of Hearts.
Oh,
wait, off with his head? Wait, is that where we're going with this?
I don't know.
This is very Mars
just meant heart.
Neptune because this is the dictionary episode.
sorry.
So has Neptune derailed Mars? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just like, it's just funny. I was like, wait, what is the episode? I was like, what's happening? But I get it. You should do, have you ever asked, like, whenever I have a new tarot deck and I'm trying to get it like connected, I like to ask, how do I see myself? How does the deck see me? Or like, how does this person see themselves? How do I see them? How does the deck see them? And it's really, that's a fun little experiment, but it helps me with a new deck feel like I'm like, okay, we're on the same page. I know how this deck works, but you should try it.
So I only ever use one of them, but I do have 3 decks. And one of the coolest things I have, sorry, this just became show and tell real quick. So we've got my normal, like we've seen my animals deck. I love this thing. I use it all the time. I was at an event where what they did was they had a collaborative tarot card making where you would walk up to the table, they'd give you art supplies, and the idea was that you would draw a card. And then they had the deck printed out of all these like 8.5 by 11 sheets. So I have one of the like only 50 copies of this deck that ever got printed. This one is crazy. The Knight of Wands was absolutely insane. But it's just, and some people didn't know what pentacles were, so they drew these 5 tentacled squid.
Oh, wow.
But like, yeah, it's just it's
Yeah.
a very cool.
Cool.
What do you have?
So we're prolificating, I think. That's what we're doing. We're talking about the things that I'm trying to connect the dots. I think it's going to work.
Subdue yourselves, you guys. We're not talking about tarot.
Sorry.
All right, let's
Okay.
pick another word.
We can send
That was
pictures
great.
in the Discord.
All right, ready for another word? I'm going to roll this die, which only has 1s, 2s, and 3s. And if it's 1 Canary, it's you. If it's 2 Kimber, it's you. And if it's 3, it's me.
Okay.
3. All right.
Hey.
I ran and got this rhyming
Ooh.
dictionary and poet's handbook.
Nice.
And
Cool.
pick a word from right there. And the word is mournful,
Mm.
Oh,
which rhymes with hornful and scornful.
Mournful.
and pornful.
First you say horn.
There aren't any shoes or purses on the stream, okay?
Mm.
Wait, did Debbie say pornful?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Debbie's my queen of wands right now.
Yes.
She's inspiring you to follow your dreams. Is that what you're
She's like a turgid phallus woman.
Mm.
worst superhero ever?
Oh, we're just being
It's a
poetic
garbage
here.
pail kid.
Uh,
Okay, I'm mournful about what I just said, honestly.
Me too. I'm so
you
sorry.
immediately regret it.
Yeah, instant karma is gonna occur now.
Hey, it's bet
Just
I'd
don't
rather
get
have instant.
scornful.
I don't want delayed blast karma. Instant karma is much better. I want to get it over with.
What do we think about the word?
What are you guys mournful about?
Wait.
Well,
Mm.
I'm not right now because I kind of over the last year just started learning how to feel my feelings as they come up. But what I found at the bottom of all of my grief was being able to be happy more often. So for me, feeling mournful is kind of just beautiful, especially if I go do it in my favorite park, which is like I've walked you there. It's like 20 minutes north of here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, excellent park to mourn in.
I brought my sword.
And then you tried to do a sing along.
Yeah, and I tried to drink from my sword, and I mournfully spilled coffee on my shirt.
How did you get the coffee into the sword? Is my question. We have again wandered.
I sliced it into there.
Mm.
Debbie, is there anything you're mournful about?
I'm thinking about that. I guess
The lamp.
yeah, no, you know what? I think it's just as you get older, you're mournful about the things that you didn't learn faster enough,
Mm-hmm.
things that you should, that it would have been nicer, if only I knew this 30 years ago,
Kimber, what about you?
Self-abandoning at times, or I think I don't know. I struggle with we choose how to spend our time. It's not that we waste time, but I think I still mourn not realizing how disconnected I had become to myself at one point. The more I'm actually more connected and more full now, it actually feels like I have more. I like want to still mourn that version of me of like, dang, I didn't even realize how like empty I was feeling until I was full again. So, but I think I have allowed myself to mourn. So it's actually kind of nice to be in this place. But I think that was actually, I was like not expecting that. It was just like mourning things that are not like physical losses or endings. And it was more around like losing yourself. That was hard. What about you?
I'm currently mournful about my job because what it is okay, so I allowed myself to get a little attached to that job because I've been at it for like a year and a half, and so I was like, oh, I think this will be a good place for me, and I can get attached. And but I've been a freelancer for a long time for a reason,
Mhm.
and so after today, I'm like mournful that I kind of grew a few too many psychic chords to it. So now I have to like, as Jay Z is saying, recalibrate my chords so as to like I would walk through the park and thought about it, and I came back being like, it's a funding source, like funding source for your school. Like I was like no longer into it emotionally at all. I was like turned it into like a funding source, but like yeah, I mean, I'm a little mournful that I'm having to recalibrate my vision of that place, but I'm also fine because I've already done a lot of that. So I'm reducing my mournfulness quotient really quickly. How about you, Jay Z?
I think I'm pretty much my mournful category is about kind of like Kimber was saying, like missed opportunities, or Debbie was saying, like I wish I'd have been, a little more able to put more time and energy into something. Like I wish I'd done more things with Samson when I had the opportunity to, but I know I did as many things as I could with him when I had the opportunity to. So there's kind of like a balance there of like missed potential, and then like being okay with the like, well, I did the best I could with who I was and what circumstance I was in all the stages of my life.
Yeah. I like what Andy was saying about attachment, and that feels very Mars Neptune as well, because I think that made me think about attachment to what being like becoming a mother was for me, was something I had to mourn too. But and I like my life the way it is, but there's still that it was that I became so attached that this is how it's going to be, that it being different there was a need for almost like a psychic cord cutting with that version.
Michi, you're really causing a lot of overstimming over there.
What to do with you? What to do with you? Throw you in the car? Leave you at home?
Don't forget, Jay Z, Kauai.
Kauai.
Aren't like so? I feel like cats are super like in Islamic culture too. Like they come for healing. So it's just interesting that they peeked in at that time when it was pretty bad topic. I feel like they can feel the energy.
Kimber,
Well, I was going to say about the mournfulness, like the most of the regrets that I have are about like I did kind of waste a lot of time doing a lot of drugs and drinking. Like that I know I did it for a reason and what the reason was. However, still I wasn't at like peak performance, and I could have been. So that's kind of like that missed opportunity in particular.
But like what never, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It almost seems like regretful is synonymous to mournful. It could be. It depends.
Yeah. Or is wistful or something a bit like.
Kimmer, I wanted to say about the Friday episode, I thought you handled that really well. I thought that was I'm not mournful about how that ended up, but I was mournful in the moment about how it was going down.
What happened?
Neither. I'm not mournful about the episode. You can share, Andy.
Oh, well, we were talking about the book Ensoulment, and because we were talking about souls coming into bodies, we were talking about like, what if a person wants to ensoul a baby, but the baby's not coming through, which we would call infertility, right? And I wasn't, and I knew that that's part of Kimber's lore, and I didn't avoid the question because Kimber was in the room because I wanted to be thorough in looking at Ensoulment, and then how the discussion went about it was a little tenuous. What was said, I agree. What was said was just savage. I didn't say it. We didn't say it, but and the person who said it is super kind and super nice. And but Kimber like left her body for several
for
minutes.
20 minutes, and then I came back. But yeah, just that maybe we did something awful in the past life, and that's why you can't have a baby in this one, was kind of the sentiment. And I was just like, I'm just gotten to this place where I'm like, I like my life the way, and I was like, oh crap. But then I dissociated and I came back, and I think it was really good. I was able to say how that made me feel without it being a thing. And I think that I would have left feeling more mournful after that episode if I hadn't said anything. And it was received really well.
I'm glad you didn't subdue your feelings there.
Yeah.
Didn't self-abandon.
Because that's what I normally would have done in the past, but went to therapy. So
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
Yeah. If you want to see more, you can watch the Ensoulment episode from last
Yeah.
Friday.
Yes.
See, you make so many videos. It's like, but I still have to find time that I can watch the one on Chiron. Like,
Well, I mean, only if a person's interested. It's not like you have to do anything. It would be like, go look in this book for this thing. You
no,
can,
real fans will watch every video and you will like and comment and subscribe.
we're really not fans around here. It's a school. A lot of us are in this school. It'd be like if you want to watch your friends talking about whatever concept, feel free to look at that. But it's
I was thinking your last episode of Show Your Work, Andy and Jay-Z, I was not mournful. It was like but it was maybe a happier mournful, just because it started right when I was first joining. And I was really, because again, what had happened in my lore was very public. And so I really did kind of like pull away from being public for a while. And so these shows have been really the beginning of me starting to be visible again. And so that like series, just each chapter was so helpful to kind of like put a little assignment on each week. And so it was just kind of cool to see the growth I had done internally through that series. So I was like, oh, I'm sad that it's over. So thank you for choosing to do that though.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah, I learned a lot from that. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked that. I like that book too.
Yeah. We have 5 minutes. What do we want to do? Should we do one more word?
Yes.
All right. Odds it's Canary, evens it's Kimber. Ready? 2.
Oh, I can't read that one. Sorry.
Censorship.
Well, it was morning sickness, so
Oh,
Oh my god! The universe is not mournful. They are like your
yeah.
lore is strong.
we can do mortician.
Okay, Morticia.
put things to an end.
Well, take things that are already at an end, right? And just kind of re-pretty them. I'm thinking of the right thing, right?
Yes, it says Undertaker.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You take the body and get ready to go in the ground or
Yep.
in the jar, depending on your preferred practice.
Comes from the word morse for death.
Yeah, it makes sense. To make it, yeah.
I have a question, kind of tarot related. How do you guys feel when you see the death card?
Which death card?
The card called death.
In tarot. I think of it as it's an opportunity to, okay, you got to get rid of, it's like a Pluto card, and you basically get rid of things that are not working for you, and it's time to look forward for, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the card too.
Yeah, I
think
mean,
this is that card. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
this is a rebirth, right? Like the idea behind the death card is it's a chrysalis. It's, thing goes into its cocoon and then dissolves and then comes back out as a moth or a butterfly, right? The reason I asked is because then there's the card that's like, you're not getting back up,
Yeah, I know
which is
that card,
very
but-
different.
yeah. That one's different.
So yeah, it's generally this is going to be an awkward transformation. It's a transit. Look at me using my vocab.
It's not going to be
Because
comfortable. It's not comfortable. It's just basically you have to learn. It will be uncomfortable if you don't let go of what something is that eating inside of you. You have to let it go. You have to let it go so you can grow, so you can get out of
Has
that
anyone
hole.
felt like a mortician of something? Obviously, you're not a professional mortician, but is there anything you've been a mortician for?
I can only speak of when my dad was dying and I knew it was near the end. And I know some of you guys might not believe this, but they talk to the angels. They sign a contract with the angels before they do it. And then they're not allowed to talk about it. My father told me he saw this woman in white. And I knew, and I said, who was that? And then he wouldn't tell me, but I knew it was the angels, and I knew he was going to die soon. And I said, I don't want you to hold on. If you have to go, you go. And it makes it so much easier for everybody. You can't stop that from happening. He's going to die. And so, to hear that from his perspective is to feel that, okay, yeah, there's no burden on like, oh my God, I don't want my kids to be, worried about me. So that, it was a nice, easy, it was a Saturday morning. He had his breakfast. He had to eat his breakfast and then he passed away right after that. And, I knew that it was a peaceful, passing.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm a mortician for my current job. It's gonna die.
Is that
See
like
how-
certain though, Andy? Is it?
Well, I'm killing it in my own mind because I don't like to be attached to things that other people. I mean, I just don't want to be attached to it anymore.
That sounds like an assassin.
Yeah, I'm uninterested in it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta do a kill, like on something with an XILL.
Mm. Yeah.
You're just like, no, thanks.
Let it go. And then it'll just feel so good.
Yeah, you can still keep it, but you like kind of killed it, like as far as it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a reframe,
Yes. Yep.
Anyway, all right. Well, we're at the end of our random episode. Now, if anyone has a topic they would like to talk about next week, please put it in the Discord. I know you put the topic Canary, but no one bit on that one topic. But let's keep trying. Like if there's a topic, and it can be anything from. We do topics all the time, so.
I won't be here next week because I have my nephew and my niece coming to visit, so I can't be here for that for next week. I'll be there.
Well, I'll be here. All right. See you guys later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Good luck.